Hi friends, it's Miss Jodie here, and today our reading aloud is Too Many Tamales. Have you ever had tamales before? Snow drifted through the streets, and now that it was dusk, Christmas trees glittered in the windows. Maria moved her nose off the glasses and came back to the counter. She was acting grown up now, helping her mother make tamales. Their hands were sticky with mesa. "That's very good," her mother said. Maria happily kneaded the mesa. She felt grown up, wearing her mother's apron. Her mom had even let her wear lipstick and perfume. If only I could wear Mom's ring, she thought to herself. Maria's mother had placed her diamond ring on the kitchen counter. Maria loved that ring. She loved how it sparkled like their Christmas tree lights. When her mother left the kitchen to answer the telephone, Maria couldn't help herself. She wiped her hands on the apron and looked back at the door. "I'll wear the ring for just a minute," she said to herself. The ring sparkled on her thumb. Maria returned to kneading the mesa, her hands pumping up and down. On her thumb the ring disappeared, then reappeared in the sticky glob of dough. Her mother returned and took the bowl from her. "Go get your father for his part," she said. Then the three of them began to spread the mesa onto the corn husks. Maria's father helped by plopping a spoonful of meat in the center and folding the husk. He then placed them in a large pot on the stove. They made 24 tamales as the windows grew bright white with delicious smelling curls of steam. A few hours later the family came over with armfuls of bright presents. Her grandparents, her uncle and aunt, and her cousins, Dolores, Teresa, and Danny. Maria kissed everyone hello. She grabbed Dolores by the arm and took her upstairs to play, with the other cousins tagging along after them. They cut out pictures from the newspaper, pictures of toys they were hoping were wrapped and sitting underneath the Christmas tree. As Maria was snipping out the pictures of a pearl necklace, a shock spread through her body. "The ring!" she screamed. Everyone stared at her. "What ring?" Dolores asked. Without answering, Maria ran into the kitchen. The steaming tamales lay piled on a platter. "The ring's inside one of the tamales," she thought to herself. "It must have come off when I was kneading the mesa." Dolores, Teresa, and Danny skidded into the kitchen behind her. "Help me!" Maria cried. They looked at each other. Danny piped up first. "What do you want us to do?" "Eat them," she said. "If you bite something hard, tell me." Four of them started eating. They ripped off the husk and bit into them. The first one was good, the second one was pretty good, but by the third tamale they were tired of the taste. "Keep eating," Maria scolded. The corn husks littered the floor. Their stomachs were stretched till they hurt, but the cousins kept eating until only one tamale remained on the plate. "This must be it," she said. "The ring must be in that one. We'll each take a bite. You first, Danny." Danny was the youngest, so he didn't argue. He took a bite. Nothing. Dolores took a bite. Teresa took a big bite, but still nothing. It was Maria's turn, and she took a deep breath and slowly, gently bit into the last mouthful of tamale. Nothing. "Didn't any of you bite something hard?" Maria asked. Danny frowned. "I think I swallowed something hard," he said. "Swallowed it?" Maria cried. Her eyes big with worry, she looked inside his mouth. Teresa said, "I didn't bite into anything hard, but I think I'm sick." She held her stomach with both hands. Maria didn't dare look into Teresa's mouth. She wanted to throw herself onto the floor and cry. The ring was now in her cousin's throat, or worse, his belly. How in the world could she tell her mother? But I have to, she thought. She could feel tears pressing to get out as she walked into the living room where the grown-ups sat talking. They chattered so loudly that Maria didn't know how to interrupt. Finally, she tugged on her mother's sleeve. That must have been tough for Maria. "What's the matter?" her mother asked. She took Maria's hand. "I did something wrong," Maria sobbed. "What?" her mother asked. Maria thought about the beautiful ring that was now sitting inside Danny's belly and got ready to confess. Then she gasped. The ring was on her mother's finger, bright as ever. "The ring!" Maria nearly screamed. Maria's mother scraped off a flake of dried mesa. "You were playing with it?" she said, smiling gently. Maria held her full stomach as everyone filed into the kitchen, joking and laughing. At first she felt like crying, as she needed a great bowl of mesa. Next to Aunt Rosa, she pumped her hands up and down. A leftover tear fell from her eyelashes onto the bowl, and for just a second rested on her finger, sparkling like a jewel. Then Rosa nudged her with her elbow and said, "Hey, Nina, it's not so bad. Everyone knows that the second batch of tamales always tastes better than the first, right?" Then Dolores, Teresa, and Danny heard that from the other side of the room. They were off a groan the size of 24 tamales. Maria couldn't help herself. She laughed, and pretty soon everyone else was laughing, including her mother. And when Maria put her hands back into the bowl of mesa, the leftover tear was gone. Bye, friends.